we've been living in Oakland all our life. My mother and dad, they've been in this house for 60 years. So we grew up down here.
Like George, I was born and raised here in Oakland. Been here all my life, which is about 54 and a half years.
The changes are that older people die off, and their kids had already gotten married, moved away, so you couldn't refill the area with your own family.
As George reiterated, the family, it's becoming more and more a kind of like a college town. And it's nice. I mean, it works, especially in this neighborhood down here at Panther Hollow. And but it's a process where you have to stay kind of on top of it,
As someone may have died or moved on or went to a different area to live, then they rented their house. And then the people next door said, "Oh my God, we can't take this," and they moved. Next thing you know, all of Central Street, all of Oakland Avenue, Alwood Street, they're all rental properties now, which before, they were all family. Now, mostly what you have up there is eateries and things like that the young kids would go to. There's no place for the people to go that lived here all their life.
The businesses kind of oriented themselves around the students, and that's why you see a lot of the sandwich shops and bars and what have you. And now there are third generations like George and I that are still here, and others that are still here, but not that many. So you don't see that same, shall we say, like a value that gets transcended into generation to generation. And again, I mean, it works with the college crowd, but it's a transient crowd. So it's a crowd that may sometimes not have the same thoughts and values or whatever as we may have. But it works for the most part.
When they come into our house, we like to treat them and always tell them, call this house, call Gary, anything. Let us know if somebody's bothering you, if there's a problem, because they are away from home. They do need, a friend. We said, look, we don't want to be your landlords. We want to be your friend.
See, I think George and I can only answer for what makes Oakland here at Panther Hollow. Because it's a little harder to answer up there because we're not up there. But what makes it here is the fact that, as George said, we sit down and we tell them that, we're here for you. We're not looking at it as a landlord-tenant type thing. So in that respect, you can bring in the differences in that because you have an open forum.
They'll sit down, they'll have a cup of coffee with us. My mom will sit there and talk to them, and we'll sit here and talk.
I think where families of these tenants feel a little more comfortable is the fact that we do live here. If there is a problem, whatever it is, we're here.
If you were moving down here for the first time, and we would meet, you would meet with my mother, we'd sit here, we don't care. You could sit here for 2-3 hours, and we'll just sit here and talk.
I mean, I guess it's just a biased statement, but this is one of the greatest neighborhoods to live in.